In the series of learning programming in C, in this video I'll talk about formatted input and output functions in C. I'm going to divide this video into two parts. So more specifically, if I say, then in this video I'll talk about formatted input function in C. And what is formatted input function in C? Scanf function, right? So we'll be talking about about the scanf function, means every single detail about the scanf function, and what is the syntax and everything, how to use this scanf function in your program, and where this scanf function has been declared, or you can say defined, in which library, that thing we'll also discuss. And what does this formatted input mean, that also we will discuss. And one more interesting factor, one more interesting point I'll tell about this scanf function, which generally many students don't know. So now let us discuss about scanf function. Scanf means we want to take input. This is what formatted input function in C. We can take input using scanf function, as well as what we can do during when we write a program at compile time only, we can initialize the variables, we can assign the values. Let me take one simple example. I'm going to take one example of addition of two numbers, right? So now here I am declaring a variable int a, and at this time only I am initializing this variable. I am assigning the value, like suppose I am initializing the value 5, right? But in this program there is an error. After main we cannot write semicolon. I was just checking you are attentive or not. You can tell me in comment box if you have got my error before I told you, right? So now I am initializing at this time only, and I am taking one more. Suppose at this line I am taking that another variable b is equal to 4. This is what I am taking input, but at compile time only I am assigning values, right? But second method is what? And directly I can say what? One more variable sum, and sum is equal to a plus b, and I can print a, b and sum, right? But one more thing I can do is what? Rather than doing this static assignment, I want to take that values at runtime. Like when you run a program, at that time it should ask like enter value of a and b, or you can say enter value of a, or enter two numbers. And at that time I want to enter values, maybe 4 or 5 or 5 or 4, or maybe 1 or 2, any values at that time only. So at that time how can we take input from the user? Using scanf function. How can we use this scanf function? See, here I am just declaring 3 variables, right? And I am taking value something like this. What is that syntax of scanf function? First of all, what does this mean? Formatted input. It means the inputted data has been assigned in a specific format. See, I am taking something like this. See, first of all, let me discuss what is this formatted input. Formatted input means the inputted data has been arranged in a specific format. So now the general syntax of this scanf function is what? We generally write this word scanf, right? And then here we write control string, or that conversion string, anything you can say, and that would be written in this double quotes after a comma. And here we will write what? List of addresses of the variables, or you can say some arguments. I am saying like here argument 1, argument 2, up to so on, or you can say argument up to argument n, and after that semicolon. Or here you can say list of arguments are what? Simply the address of variables. Let me discuss this thing, that the control string, or you can say this conversion string, it is between these quotation mark, right? That is what the syntax of writing scanf function. And what is there in this control string? First is what? Character is what? Percentage, the conversion character, right? After that, what you will write? The type of data you are going to take. Here the type of data is what? Integer. So that is why for integer I will write D. If the data is float, the data type is float, then this percentage, this conversion character would be same, but for float I will write F. If you take character, for that you will write percentage C. Got it? I am taking here A and B integer type, so that is why I am writing percentage D. Why I am writing 2 times D? Because I want to take 2 inputs from the user. That is why I am writing 2 percentage D. But remember this thing, there is no comma between these format specifier, otherwise it will give error, right? In this control string there should be no comma. right? After that, just close these quotation marks and then you have to put a comma. After that, what you will put? Address of A, this is what address of operator, comma address of B. Now see, whenever compiler will come to this line, whenever compiler will execute this line, then first is what? Percentage D. According to this format specifier, what compiler know? Yeah, it has to take integer value. So just after the closing of this, it will check out for that address, right, that argument. Why this address of operator we are using? See, when first of all control will go to the main function, first line of the main function, and in memory, suppose this is our memory, randomly I am assigning what? A, B and sum, 3 variables we have declared, means some memory space has been assigned to these variables. Suppose 1000, here we have 2000, here we have suppose 1024 address for sum, but we haven't initialized anything in A, B and C. Now whenever we take input from the user, obviously that input, that data should be stored in memory somewhere. Where that data should be stored? You have to give address, the location. That is why I am using address of operator. Address of, in which variable you want to store? I want to store in A. So first whatever data you will enter whenever you will run the program, that would be stored in A. Suppose I will enter 5, so 5 would be stored in here. Suppose here I write B and here you write A. At that time, the data, the first data you will enter, that would be stored in address of where? Location of B variable, means address of B. So here that data would be stored at B, right? Whatever variable name you will write, according to that the data would be stored here. Now second, again we have percentage D, means it has to take one more input. So it will map this thing to the second argument after this comma, right? First argument for this one, second argument this percentage D for second argument. So whatever you will enter, that would be stored. Address of B, right? Address of B is 2000, so that would be stored here. Suppose I am entering 4, right? What is that actual process? That is this thing. Whenever we call main function, then in memory some some memory would be assigned to main function, right? When we do this function call, right? In main memory, fine. In main, suppose we have A, B and sum, like this. This is what main, A, B and sum. And whenever we call scanf function, then another some memory would be assigned to this scanf function. This is what our memory, right? Main memory. Some memory would be assigned to this scanf function. Within this function call, it would be executed, right? So now in this scanf function, we have percentage D, and in percentage D, like what? Address of A. It will return what? Address of A. Address of A is what? Suppose 1000. So here we have 1000. So that is why it is what? Linking here. Reference would be passed, address would be passed. So whatever value you will get from the user, that would be stored at this address. This is what the meaning of this address of operator. It will return the address of A. Address of A is thousands here. So ultimately the value would be stored here. Address of B means 2000. So the value would be stored here. So this is what? Pointer. It is what? Pointer, pointing to this one. This data, this concept you will get when we will discuss pointers in detail, right, in C. Here just simply means to put a value. Obviously we need address where you want to put that data into memory, and that address we will get through this address of operator. Address of variable A, address of variable B. Obviously we want address of A and B if you want to put data here, right? That is why we are using here address of operator. That is must. And between these arguments there should be a comma, right? So tell me in comment box here, comma is acting as a separator or operator. We have already discussed about comma operators, right? You can relate it with a real life example. If you want to send me a gift, then obviously you need an address of mine. So you can ask me and I'll tell you the address and then you can send me. Same funda you can apply here. If you want to put a value, then obviously you need address of that variable, and then you can put that value, right. So this is what general syntax of the scanf function, right. And the interesting fact about scanf function is what? This is a function. What value it will return? Scanf function will return the number of arguments, the number of inputs it is taking from the user. Here how many inputs it is taking from the user? 1 and 2, 2 inputs. So it will return what? 2. How you can print that value, or that also we'll discuss later. Now percentage d is for integer. Now here you can also assign a width, like if suppose I am writing here percentage d 4, it will specify, it will tell the width of the number you will take from the user. Suppose while entering the value, this I am writing percentage 4d, means the width is 4. So it will map to this one A, and I'm entering the data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This number I am entering. This is integer obviously, but the width is 4 only. So it will take 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4, and it will store these 4, this number 1, 2, 3, 4 in A, right. And after that this 5, it will take in D, because here one more percentage D is there. So here 5 automatically. See, if you enter this, if you enter at that time this number, and if you press enter, then automatically it will not ask for value of B. It will take 1, 2, 3, 4 for A and 5 for B. That is why we are specifying this width. But better, this is what abnormal behavior, because I want number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for A, and suppose 45 for B, but it is taking 1, 2, 3, 4 for A and 5 for B automatically. So I don't want this thing. So that is why we don't specify here width. We specify only percentage d, right. Now next is what? This is for integer, and suppose if you write here percentage f, what will happen? The data is what? Integer, but it is expecting what? The data is float. So if you enter 5, then it will not take anything. It will store 0 in A, right. And in B, if you enter 5, then it will store in 5, because it is what? Integer. And when you print value of A and B, then A value would be 0 and B value would be 5, right. So that is why format specifier, you have to take care of this thing. For float you can write percentage f. For character you can write percentage c. And rather than these, there are many more format specifier also. That also we'll discuss in a separate video, right. See, suppose input I am taking like this, 12. Here I am writing 12.53, and here I am writing a character C. So now this is what? This type of input we can take using scanf. This is what? Formatted input. First is what? Integer. Second is what? Float. Third is what? Character. It's okay. You can take mixed data type, right. In this case, what you have to write in scanf function, what you have to write? I am declaring 3 type of variables: integer, float and character. So in scanf, what you can do? First, suppose I am taking integer, right, percentage d. For float, percentage f. For character, percentage c. That's it. This is the control string. Then comma, and then address of. For integer I am taking variable name is A. Address of. For float it's B, and for character it's CH. That is fine. We can take mixed data type, right. So this is what the formatted input, right. Now, and in case of float, for float percentage f, for double we write percentage LF, small lf, and for long double we write percentage capital L and f is small, right. And in float we can also take that value in exponential form, right. Suppose if I am taking the value percentage f in B, and when I am inputting the value, then I am writing here 47.63 and E minus 1. You can also write this thing, and when you will print value of B, then what value will be printed? 4, it is minus 1, so that is why here 0.763000, because float is taking after decimal 6 digits, right. You can check out this thing and you can tell me if I am wrong, right. And you have to see, I have told you the basic about scanf function, but you can use what? You can do what? In format that width you can provide in percentage f, means float value also. Suppose I am providing here percentage 4f. In that case, what will happen, and what you can do when you will enter the data, then what you can do, you can specify here 1, 2.3, 4, 5, 6. What data it will take? 4 width. Width is only 4, the width. So 1, 2, decimal also 1 width, 3 and 4, 12.300000. It will take this data, it will ignore this one, right? And suppose next is percentage d, next is integer or maybe float, then it will assign this value to that one, integer or float, right? That is why we avoid using this width, right, because of this abnormal behavior. So you can check out, you can just write down a simple program and you can check out the different variations, right? Maybe you can write down here percentage, here also width and here also width, or maybe you can write down here I am taking the address of a is what, integer, but here I am writing percentage f or percentage c, then what value it will take, what it will print, right? So you have to practice yourself about the scanf function, means other variations of scanf functions. And we can also enter a string. For string, the format specifier is percentage s. That we will discuss in detail when we will be discussing strings in C. So now I am writing here something like this. See, I am taking one more integer variable, suppose x, and here I am writing x is equal to scanf, and here I am taking both variable integer, so percentage d and address of n, right? And when you want to print, then how you will print the data? Printf sum is equal to format specifier percentage d, like this. And just you will write down the name of the variable, that is sum. Here also I am using that format specifier percentage d because the value of sum I am taking of integer type, that is why I am taking the percentage d. So whenever you will write percentage d here, that will map with that argument sum. From here it will fetch the value of sum. Suppose here 5 and 5, so sum is 10, so it will print 10. If this function same execution would be there. When this would be called printf function, then some memory would be assigned to printf function to in this main memory in your RAM, right? So now you have to tell me, if I print this x, then what value you will get here in this case, right? Because I have told you scanf will return the number of input it is taking from the user. So in this case, what value would be returning? Means if you print x, then what value you will get? And here also, what other variations you can try, like percentage d, one percentage d you can write, and here you can write address of a and address of b. At that time what you will get, right? What output you will get, what value in x you will get. Or maybe 3 percentage d I am writing, and here I am taking only 2 variables, 2 arguments. At that time what you will get. So these things you have to practice at your own. It's not like that everything I am going to discuss in this video. The video would be very lengthy, and when you practice with your own hand different variations of this scanf function, then you will get better, and that would be in your memory for a longer time, right? And I have already told you scanf function, the definition, this has been defined in this library stdio.h. That is why I am including this library in your program, to tell the compiler what is meaning of this scanf function, because compiler don't know that meaning of scanf function is to take the input from the user. We know. How compiler will know? To compiler we have to tell the definition, the meaning, right? We have to tell, we have to give some instructions. According to that, compiler can process something. So that definition, that meaning is here in this stdio file. That is why I am including this one, right? So that is, I guess, about scanf function. If you have any doubt about scanf function, you can ask me in comment box, right? And or you can message me on my Instagram account. So in this video, I will be discussing about formatted output function, that is printf function in C. So now I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.